to the street. July motion here. I'm just thinking, I can finally now relax. Although today was my day off, I didn't get to relax today. Other than this guy had an aquarium job that took 5 hours to do. It should take that long. But because this establishment doesn't want to do it very often, they wait until they feel like it. Instead of doing it like once a month, they're more like 4 months. It was 6 months. I need to look at the last time they text. And it sucks too, because I have to create an invoice, give that to them, and then eventually I'll get a check in the mail. But hey, so I did 5 hours of work that I really paid for. Unless they try to say, oh, it's too expensive. Well, you shouldn't wait so long. I should not have to take and remove all of the decorations and bleach them for 3 hours to try to get them as clean as I could. It wasn't completely clean. I only had like half of a bottle. I can't even remember what size it was. It wasn't like a big bottle, a smaller bottle. And I had used so much water to just cover everything that was in that trash can. I don't think it was strong enough. That's why I'm glad I took as long as I did. I kind of had to. It took that long just to fucking get a lot of the water out. It was a big tank. It almost looks like it's going slower than I would expect, but it's just because it's such a big tank. It's less obvious. The water level goes down. So. But I feel good about getting it done. Doing a really big water change on it. No way I was going to get it, close to normal. I still don't think it's normal, but hopefully maybe the black algae.
Powering up.
You're staring at that. I want to remember that's the switch for the doors. There was also another reason why I was pointing at this. Like I was about to do something, but then I realized what I really want to do is work on the house. I wanted to be done trying to get the forward base perfectly ready, all the bullets replaced, got everything repaired. That's the reason why I might just hang around a little bit longer, because there are some stuff around the edges. Oh yeah. Probably not. Yeah, stuff like this. Been meaning to asphalt the road. Not asphalt, pavement. Remove all this asphalt and extend it all the way to where the road is. And maybe then some, who knows? So I guess first steps first. Let's get rid of all these plates. Expose. Let's see what we need to work with here. We probably won't go all the way to it. Basically, however far the damage goes. Maybe get more units. This place where hopefully they're so far away they're not going to use it. You might have to use the place at the edge for dogs. Like I did that a long time ago. A demolisher or something exploded. I might be more of a road out there. do this at one forge and try to do a play. That's fine. I just don't want to leave. I don't want to babysit, I also don't want to leave. Forget about it. Come back. Empty of wood. Maybe full of clay. I was min-maxing out to just put in just enough wood. A long way. Oh, that reminds me, those trees are still within the lab. I mean, I say that, but there's also stuff they have like birding, clay traps, ocean color, dart traps, 50 turrets. On top of that, going just this far out. Line up with that. So I'll need plates along that edge at some point. Although I thought about going all the way out, like where that begins. Now all be, you know. It'd be nice if it was forced steel. It'd be fun to be able to play with dynamite more, but I bet even dynamite, steel blocks would be fun with dynamite. More than like 2 or 3 sticks. For sure. Alright. So maybe I won't do all of it today. But I don't know. I definitely want to do some more work around here or something. Do this dive first. I might run out of cement, but I don't think I can switch innovations. I wish I had another account. If no one else votes, I can vote for the source. Oh yeah, I was going to also try to figure out where the hospital actually ends. If I reset it, I'm gonna finish clearing it again. I'm trying to do some salvaging. Give me a reason to have to reset it, other than just blowing it up. Or in this world, in the past. That way I can just not build on that area. Or just never reset the hospital. I don't feel like going all the way out there. This is good. Trying to get the road flatter, all that. It was so janky. All those explosions, damage, didn't break it completely. Make this permanent or semi-permanent. Now I'm hungry. And that's fine. Alright, fine. It's like running to the house. pail that has water. Pail of water. Stand next to a tree. You throw the water above you. You land on you. You have to be. Most 45 minutes. I mean, it was tuna. That makes sense. It's like this year, I might feel that. I don't want this to go that sounds better. Didn't have any streamers going on. I didn't have one Forbes going, so somehow my activity. Do collectors. That's just finish. Fill in what I started. Work as like. You got some secret blocks. Maybe when I arrive at the house. Got the time to update the awesome trivia. Like we played with these a lot of resources and using them. I didn't grab a lot. But, no, I don't want to waste. He's not one. He's just I don't know how to play ticks. I got a good amount of cement. And floor steel, so trees. Every plant them. I needed to be full. That's all. But it got Jim. I was wondering how many points I had to spend. And the ones below it, although sometimes an explosion you can take out blocks underneath. The only problem with this is what something they dug was around the front. Somehow some other explosions with demolishers, pops, did that. It took out blocks that were underneath the concrete. So eventually, the blood moon started spawning down. Some weird fucking bullshit spawning around. Even above layer plus blocks. Fill in the gaps. So I get in there, kill all the zombies that are being in there, try to fill in every gap I can find. I think I did a good job.
Ladiesman217 2_17.
Another explosion.
My teeth hurt every time I eat something good.
Well, depending on what it is. Is it ice cream? Is that making your teeth hurt? Or is it
Ladiesman217 2_17. Your mic is off.
That's what I was thinking. Did a leap of faith. No, I see it. It's your fucking... Or are you trying to fucking scare me? I just had to assume everything was working.
Ladiesman217 2_17. I need a racist girlfriend.
Well, how are you gonna find in Canada? It's probably a unicorn in Canada. Maybe you'll find some in Alaska. I don't know. Maybe Alberta. Not far from there. It's like trying to find a good woman in Southern California. Good luck. It's easy. I have playing the field. Liberal women too, but we're a lot more conservative. Finding what's not already taken. That's what I do. Usually, every time, find a girl get to know them a little bit more, and go, oh yeah, they have a husband or a boyfriend. If you ever not dating Bozo, look me up. working at Pico, which is where I started working there. Seemed really nice. And I was telling this one guy, I like her. I think I might ask her out here soon. Turns out he was already fucking me. So that was great.
Ladies man 217 2_17. It's very hard to hear you lol.
The levels look a little weird. No, well, I don't know. Fine. I'll just crank it up. Can you hear me now? I'm not going to yell too much. How about now? That might be better. Maybe the mic is too far away from my mouth. I'm always moving around.
Ladies man 217 2_17. I can hear an echo too.
Testing. I think NVIDIA Broadcast removes
Juanito
echo.
Beans. Yet I came from YouTube to say that it was hard to hear you confused face.
Well, I've got the gain turned up. There shouldn't be an echo. NVIDIA Broadcast removes echo. In-room noise.
Juanito Beans. Sounds like you're in a hallway.
You check NVIDIA Broadcast to see if doing anything weird. Motherfucker, it fucking switched to the Razer Kiyo Pro. And that's harder to fucking catch because it works. It picks up noise, but it's not the fucking mic I want to use. All right. There. The same thing with the output. I mean, I'm not using the output, the speaker part, where you can remove noise from speaker output, which makes me think it'll just remove
Juanito
everything.
Beans. Oh yeah, big difference.
Oh yeah, because the webcam, which I hate the fact webcams even have fucking mics on them, really, because they're never good, or they're just too far away. I don't know if there's any distance where they would actually sound good. So I'm hoping this one guy makes this one plugin that can check all that, but I think it only checks it within OBS. I need a program or a plugin that can check everything. Check Windows settings, check NVIDIA Broadcast, and make sure everything is set to where I fucking want it. And there's no fucking way to make it permanent. And it was fine yesterday, as far as I know. Let me make sure I don't turn the gain back down. Testing. Oh yeah, it's a little loud, but that's all right. At least I'm not in the red anymore. Well, nope, still in the red. There we go. Hear me now. All right. Yeah, I didn't make any changes. All I do is turn the PC on and start streaming. So maybe I have to create a checklist, and part of it will be, of course, checking OBS, check Windows, check NVIDIA Broadcast. It would make more sense had I unplugged something. But I didn't. Or plug something in. I made no changes whatsoever. So I understand why there's a lot of Redditors come onto Reddit and they ask the same question over and over, like, why is my sound not working all of a sudden? It's usually because of shit like that. And it's usually because of an OBS or Windows update, something. And yeah, actually there was a Windows update last night. I remember that because I had to select shutdown after update, or update and shutdown. Why it affects NVIDIA Broadcast, I don't know. It's just something about how it changes the defaults. Luckily, the Yeti didn't change as far as my output. I could hear the game.
That makes me want to double check. Yeah, Windows is correct. But why the fuck it fucked NVIDIA broadcast? Anybody's guess. Don't know if I can disable the mics in the webcams. Maybe I can. I don't know. It might even just be the first option alphabetically. Maybe that's why it fucking goes to it every time. I don't know. If that's true, then they'll probably do the fucking line in first. Because then you would hear the game twice.
Ladies Men 217 2_17. How was work?
Well, even though I was off today, I still had that aquarium job. An aquarium job that should only take about 2 hours to do takes 5 hours, apparently. Because they don't want me to be there often enough to make it a normal water change. I ended up having to pull out all the decorations and put them in some bleach water for 3 hours to try to clean them up. And it was so bad, there were some spots I did not get clean. I didn't have any more bleach to put in the water. I had like half of a small bottle, whatever it was. But at least not like hard work. I let gravity do most of the work. I don't use buckets. I actually use a hose that I run all the way to the front of the school and let the gravity just pull it all to the street or curb. And then a hose, the same hose, hooked up to the sink. So I can just fill it up like that. So I'm not having to like lift buckets and pour them in like I do with some other tanks. It's just regular old tap water I used. But it still sucked. Took way too long. Didn't get to have a meal in the middle of that. I should have had like another meal before I started. But I just had a snack, so whatever. I feel good about having done like a huge ass water change. It needed it. I mean, there's no reason for it to grow black algae. Well, the reason is because they don't have me change the water. I don't know. You probably overfeed the tank as well. I don't know. It's a tank that I used to work on years ago, and I stopped because of how difficult it was. And I got into arguments with the principal at the time, the principal now, when I was trying to get her to do it more often. And I was dropping the price, trying to do everything I can, but they would not agree for me to come out there. Like, well, if you would take that, price and just do it every 3 months, we'll do it. Like, but no, but then the water goes to shit within a year or two. Like, you can't do it that way.
Her smirking face.
It's a school, so of course most schools are just run by females now. I'm out of wood. Now there was one school I used to do that had a male principal. Well, but a lot of schools they're being all women, and they want to have a fish tank, but they don't want to put a budget together that actually is enough to take care of the fish. So if you can't afford it, you might not want to have fish. I mean, whatever. But I haven't talked to this principal in that regard. I just kind of sat back and waited to see how long it would take for them to have me come back, and then maybe now I can explain to them like okay, I shouldn't have to charge you $125 plus supplies for a cleaning. It's not normal. Like, can we come up with some sort of compromise? Maybe have me do the aquarium job every other month, maybe. Something like that. I guess I'll do this section just at this fucking hole. I would still end up having to do a bigger
Ladies
water
Man
change,
217
but maybe I wouldn't have to take the
2_17.
plants.
My high school I
Decorations
used
out.
to go to was ran by a principal and 2 vice principals, and the high school has over 2,000 students when the school is meant for 900 to 1,000 LOL.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Class sizes are too big. Makes it impossible for teachers to really give the attention that each child deserves. It's probably even worse now if they're bringing in immigrants.
Ladies Man 217 2_17. That's the only high school in my town, 2 LOL.
Well, that should tell them it's time to build another school. We have 2 high schools. Or maybe a third to really spread it around. Or maybe deport all the immigrants that don't need to be here. If their countries aren't that bad to begin
Ladies
with,
Man 217 2_17.
we can't
I'm fine
take
with
everybody in,
Ukrainians
just saying.
immigrating, but not fucking
or
Muslims.
even Canada. Yeah. Which always makes me think about let's say her name right. Irina or Zariski, whatever her name was. The girl that got stabbed on that train by that one guy. And she was a Ukrainian refugee. Like, the left should have been all on board with, protecting people like her. But nope, because she's white, even though she's a Ukrainian refugee, they didn't care. But yeah, it'd be better to bring in people that share our values in one way or another. Whereas Muslims, unfortunately, they do not share the same values. They have no interest in assimilation. It'd be different, yeah, they were willing to come here and assimilate and still be a Muslim, which is fine. But when they're going to bring Sharia law in and other, parts of their culture, then that's not assimilation. They're trying to take over their host country. I don't know. I feel sad that Trump pulled ICE out of Minnesota. That's giving the Democrats exactly what they wanted. It shows to them that violence is the answer. That they have to get into the faces of ICE agents and escalate until one of them get killed themselves, or an ICE agent gets killed. They don't care. But whatever it takes to make ICE look like the bad guys. You get more tired when you're wet.
Ladies
mind
Man
doing this
217
just talking,
_17.
just chatting stream like
That's
this.
what she said.
I'm hoping rational minds will prevail in the end. It's just a struggle. We have to fight for our own survival at this point. Maybe not physically fight, hopefully. Hopefully keep it just, debating. Arguing. Gotta have the good ideas overcome the bad ideas. You gotta hand it to the KGB or China. I mean, I think the KGB had started the propaganda wars. He started subverting the universities. At some point, I think they kind of took their eye off the ball for a while. You know, maybe other countries took it back, took the reins, and then I think Russia got back into it eventually.
Ladies Man 217 2_17.
But the seeds are
We
planted.
need Germany back to its former 1930s 1940s glory.
Well, not just Germany, just all the nations. I mean, all the countries in Europe. Maybe they weren't all that great in the 30s. But France is becoming overrun. Italy is probably not as bad off thanks to the... They have a prime minister or a president? I can't... That one chick. Can't remember her name. Terrible with names. The chick related to Mussolini. Maybe her name is... It starts with an M. That's all I know. It's like Mussolini, but not. Like they changed it. I think they're getting to her too. I think she was singing one tune and then she kind of backed off a little bit. Then I hear her say some other things that are really based. So I don't know. What else? England is falling apart. They're arresting their own citizens for hate speech, calling anything and everything hate speech. If you criticize the government for letting in these immigrants who are raping and killing people, then they get arrested. Whereas the people doing the raping and killing, and I probably should say that word now, I'm on YouTube, they get a free pass. Nothing happens to them.
Ladies Man 217
How is this
2_17.
not asphalt?
It's gotten so bad 14-year-old girls are getting arrested for protecting themselves.
Yeah, there's that one girl in, I think it was Sweden, where she had already been sexually assaulted, I believe. So she started carrying around mace or something to that effect. And she may have used it to defend herself against another, assaulter.
Ladies Man 217
But she gets in trouble.
17. An axe.
Must be a different person. Unless you're saying Axe body spray. She sprayed it in her face, into the intruder's face, or whatever. Trying to say a PG word. Assailant's face. That would work. But they would still get in trouble.
217 2_17.
You cannot protect yourself.
No,
You have
an
to let
actual
them do
hatchet.
it. Well, now that's a badass chick if she brought a hatchet around with her. Hatchets are smaller than axes, but they're a form of axe. They're pretty badass. I wish I had one. Alright, that's as far as I want to go. The road's uneven. I'll fix that later. Well, I think at some point, maybe not yet, but soon, I would say Trump should allow anybody from UK, countries like the UK especially, or even Canada, to come to America as a refugee, as an actual asylum seeker, because their nation, their home or nation, wants to kill them, or at least imprison them. I mean, there's so many human rights violations that are going on, especially in Canada lately, where Matt Walsh made the case. He's not saying we should do it, but a case can be made that we should invade Canada more so than, say, Iran, because of all the human rights violations that they're doing right now. Because they are literally killing their citizens. 95% of the people who they're using that MAID, the medical assistance in death thing, are white. And a lot of them are fine. They don't need to be put down. They're just depressed. They're just uncomfortable. If Canada started jailing more people like UK, then it would be even worse. Luckily, I don't know if the UK has MAID, but
My senses have picked up something.
still getting bad over there. Oh, well, look through this. Wandering Horde. The Wandering Hordes aren't too difficult. They're all normal zombies. A lot of one-hit wonders. She always takes 2 hits. There's a lot of quick XP. I don't need more. Keep hearing talks about Alberta maybe joining the Union. Maybe they'll be the 51st state. It was kind of ironic how there's this one Canadian couple that did this one interview before they went on their vacation, saying how, well, we normally vacay in America, but because of Trump's comments about Canada becoming the 51st state, we decided to put our money towards something else. So they decided to go to Porta, I say it right, Porta Vereta, I never said that word out, that name out. Porta Vereta? No. Porta Verde? I don't know. Anyway, so they're probably there right now, stuck in the middle of a fucking war scene. Because they didn't want to go to fucking America for a vacation. They thought Mexico was going to be better. I don't feel bad for them at all. I hope they come out of it alive. They're just stuck in their hotel.
Ladiesman 217 2_17. I have a friend there in Mexico right now.
Oh, wow. Not surprised. Were they on vacation and got stuck over there because all the airports are shut down? Don't know what form of travel they can use right now without getting blown up or something. Shot by the cartel, something.
Ladiesman 217 2_17. I don't remember.
Maybe he was there for another reason. Which, depending on where they're at, maybe they can actually get food. But the people who are stuck in their, fancy hotels, they're running out of food. And I heard about that days ago. I don't know what the situation is now. You start looking at Exmoor. Maybe start Googling. It's hard to get news, like good, relevant, up-to-date news. It's not biased. There's a lot of work. Oh, I'm thirsty again? What do I have? Oh yeah, the hole is because of the gap is because I have the other thing on tool belt. Alright.
Bossman2172_17. Day off tomorrow.
I wish. No. I don't get another day off until next Friday. Although, I think on Thursday I have a short shift, a loadout shift. Although it says yard marshal, so that'll be different. So maybe instead of doing all the loadout, I mean, eventually, instead of doing yard marshal, yeah. When I'm done with the yard marshaling, then I go to load vehicles. Something like that. By the way, I'll be done by like 10:30 or so. So I guess they're counting that as a day off, even though I'm working. Might not be a full day, but I don't get to sleep in, so I don't consider that a fucking day off. It's not even a matter of sleeping in. I just want to get 8 hours. And it would help if I was better at getting out of here right away. It takes me like an hour. Sometimes longer. Sometimes I get distracted because I am trying to look at social media. Or I'm looking at Newegg, trying to daydream about the new upgrades I want to do and the next PC I want to build. Basically rebuild. I need more discipline. Yeah, 'cause maybe I should get off at 10:30. Maybe that would be the trick. I don't know. Even though I don't need a shower tonight, because I showered earlier today. So I can game until 11. I just got to get out of here quickly. It'd be nice to make it home at midnight. That'd be ideal. That still only gives me 8 hours. If I go to bed like immediately, maybe get 8 hours sleep. I guess just feed the fish quicker than usual. Maybe I can get out here in 15 minutes. We have like 15 minutes to get ready for bed. So maybe I will be in bed at midnight. I don't know. Get up at 8. Actually have a real breakfast instead of getting up at 8:30 and just getting bullshit. And I'll save money if I did it that way. How's this thing going? Over a third. It's gonna take forever. Like the only reason why I'm fucking doing this. So I want that forge filled up, and then I can forget about it. Maybe after this blood moon, I can have time to finally work on a house. Good thing is I've been meaning to do this anyway. And when it comes to that aquarium job, it sucks that I don't get paid until they send me a check. I gotta make the invoice. But I can't even give it to them until Monday. So I'd be lucky to have that check by Friday. So I think they cut checks on Wednesdays, although the last time I gave them a fucking invoice, they didn't fucking do the check until the next week. Took a lot longer. I had to ask him, like, did you lose the invoice or something? It'd be nice to have the ability to know how long it's going to take and give them the invoice ahead of time so they have the check there waiting for me, but Shoot, I had no idea what I was going to have to spend. I knew I needed more filter media for them, so I bought that this time instead of hoping they would have gotten it themselves. Now, I'm not going to add tax to save the labor, but the pet store already taxed the supplies, so they're going to have to pay for that tax. Like, I'm sorry, I can't eat that. I don't know if they have the paperwork filed with the pet store. It's not like I can just tell them, oh, this is for school. You know, like, okay, here you go, tax free. No, it's not that simple. It'd be different if I actually had the supplies myself. Like if I could buy them wholesale, then yeah. But for now, I have to just go to the store and get it. If I'm lucky, I might end up being extra tomorrow. Or unlucky, because I have enough hours. I don't need overtime. I would be right at 40 hours if they just had me be extra. But if they give me a route, I'll be getting, 5 or 6 hours overtime. If I had a major purchase I wanted to do, then I would love more hours. But I'm going to have a lot of hours next week, that's for sure. But not a whole lot of need right now. There's other things I would like to do. Put those off for a while. I'm really hoping Juan gets that laptop from Tyson. Although I still want to build him a better PC just because Intel is better for like video editing than AMD is. But that's alright. Better than nothing. Or better than a more or less 13-year-old PC. Which is a beast of a PC for what it is. It keeps up. It can do OBS. It can probably do DaVinci Resolve, CapCut. It's going to take a little longer. PC that I want to build them with the parts that I'm using right now. So I'm going to be replacing some parts. So then I have some extra parts. And then all I got to do is get a case and power supply. And put it together. The biggest problem is how much expensive RAM is. Might have to go with a cheaper brand. Still good stuff. Still the same parts. It's just not going to be Corsair. It's going to be a Patriot or something. Or Team Force. Instead of being $500 for 32 gigs, it's closer to $250, $300. And it sucks that Micro Center doesn't have the bundles that I want. They have some nice cheap bundles, but not in the color I want. Because I want to make, for my gaming PC, an AMD system, but I want a white motherboard. I want black. White motherboard, white RAM. For a white case. But the all-in-one cooler is going to be black. It's trying to do the yin-yang better. The way I was doing it before, it was like half black, half white with Where like the motherboard's all white with black memory, or the other one's all black with white memory. Like, I don't know. I think just making it all white, all black, except for the all-in-one cooler, because that's round. It makes the perfect dot, black or white dot. Other than the fucking hoses coming from the radiators, also the same color, but you can't replace the pump that easily. There's probably a method, but when I tried looking it up, all I could find was that if you need to replace a pump for whatever reason, just replace the whole unit. Like, it's not broke. I just want it to be a different color. I would void the warranty on it too if I did that. So, and it could end up leaking. It's supposed to be self-contained closed systems. You never have to fuck with it. Although I've heard of some people drilling into it, removing the fluid, replacing it, and then filling in the hole. But I've never heard anybody taking the pump off. Swapping. Maybe that'll be the last thing I do. When I'm done with everything else, maybe somebody will see my setup on Reddit and suggest it, and they know how to do it. So I might have to spend a little bit more on Newegg instead of Micro Center. Sometimes they have a bundle, sort of, but it's not as cheap as Micro Center. You could save like $300 or $400. So instead of being $1,000 for a motherboard, RAM, and CPU, it could be $600. You're almost like getting the memory for free. And you have to go down to Micro Center, which is 3 hours away in Dallas, to even get a bundle. They will not ship it to you. And there are Micro Centers that have the white motherboard, but they're probably in a whole other state. I don't think it's cheaper to fly out there, buy those parts, and fly back. I'll probably have to ship the parts to the house or to the office. So I might end up having to spend more money than I like. So I'm just going to take my time on it. No rush. I can't reuse the RAM other than for like Juan's build, because the RAM I have for what that one motherboard is made for it, basically. I can't use it on any other board unless I get another board exactly like it. There's some RAM that you can buy that can work on anything. Intel or AMD. But I am glad that I did build the PCs I did build last year. Or was it the year before that? Might have been the end of 2024 when I built them, yeah. Back when memory was like $90. Now that same $90 memory is 400 and something bucks. Ridiculous. Thanks, AI. I don't know how long it's going to be until prices come back down. Might be a few years. I don't know if anybody's trying to build any new factories to make more chips and shit, but I don't know. They're just basically hanging the consumers out to dry. Those who want to build PCs, well, fuck you. Unless you got the money for it. Good luck. I guess I'll use some plates out here. sheets, not plates. Advanced. You think laying it flat wouldn't be advanced, but it is. This way I don't have to replace all the asphalt yet. Bucket. Kind of flattens that area.
Ladies man 217 2_17. Why are you replacing the asphalt?
So it's flat again. And it can take a better beating. Other than these fucking sheets, they're not going to take much, but they don't take a lot of resources. I just don't feel like removing all the asphalt from that spot. Just because it's uneven. But the whole point is so that demolishers or cops, anybody who explodes, doesn't just destroy all the blocks that are below them. It's trying to make the base a little tougher, so maybe there's some repair work I might have to do, but not this much work. Alright, we'll just leave it like that. Yep, already had sheets there. Okay. Alright. Finish this up. It only takes one cobblestone, one cement, one wood, so not a total waste. I would just cover everything with sheets, but then they would get blown up. The first blood moon probably. Anytime a cop explodes, I'm hoping if they explode, they'll explode out at a distance. Same with demolishers. Apparently, turrets used to not trigger demolishers. They would, not hit that fucking button. But now they do. And if it's any worse than it is now, I might have to build a whole new base just to deal with it. Now that's weird how the asphalt's above it, but fuck it. And I'm driving through here in my vehicle. It'll be a smooth ride. Because that's another reason why I do this. When I used to leave it all holy, because there's a bunch of holes in that area, it was a pain in the ass to get into my fucking horde base. So that's why I had completely filled in that area. Ah, damn it. At least that was just a sheet. When it took one deal of torch steel. And they're still so weak because they're sheets. They have like 1/10 of the normal hit points. That's why they break so easy. But luckily, they don't take up any space. They make everything look flat, unlike plates, which have thickness to them. Probably good at upgrading, because if I were to use a regular, I don't know, if I had blocks of cement, it'd probably take a whole block, which would be 10. This way it's only 1. something like that. Next time I make a plate out of, not a plate, a sheet out of a block, without upgrading it. See what it takes. I bet it screws you. If I wanted to fix the asphalt, well, I have to make asphalt, and then I can repair it, but then it comes out lumpy, and then I had to put blocks down on top of it temporarily to flatten them out, and then pick them up. But then it's still asphalt. With its 1,500 hit points, whereas concrete got 3,000. No, 5,000. Yeah. Cobblestone has 3,000. And Forged Steel has 10,000. Oh, I didn't do this area. How am I running? I hit the button. Still says I'm running, but I'm not. Weird. I'll probably do more of this some other time. Blood Moon's only a couple days away. It'd be nice to do something else besides working on this base. And that's fine. I don't usually drive over that. Because if you drive over this and you go too fast, there's a possibility your truck goes fucking into the air. But if I'm doing anything, I'm going to be driving down this road. And I don't think I'm going to have to drive around the fucking base like that. Stick to where the road was. Next thing I need to do is cut down that forest before it lags the game even more than it kind of already has. Well, last night, while being distracted before going to bed, I found that for some reason the white and black version of the Xbox Elite controller, or Elite 2, is only $110. Why is it cheaper? I don't know. Maybe it's less popular. I don't know. That's what I want to get. So that's one of the other things I might want to get with my next check. New controller for the Xbox, and a new one
really,
for
I may
the
get
PC.
one, maybe it sucks, dude. Look at reviews.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. 'Cause I've heard on Reddit some people complaining about their controller. Whether I think it's usually Elite controllers, how they've had to return it, after only a few months because one problem or another. And maybe the reason why it's $110 is because they all suck. But why would the white one be like $70 cheaper than the black one? Unless it has somehow worse internals than the black one does. I don't know. I could get a Razor Wolverine. But then again, I've heard people complaining about those. Oh. Maybe I'll be one of the lucky ones and don't have any major problems. Like, people swear that Asus motherboards suck. Well, I have two newer motherboards. One ASRock, one Asus, and the Asus one is a little better. Although the ASRock works fine. But But the Asus one does well, it does the RGB better. Put it that way. I hate the fact the ASRock one, it's RGB is funky, and I don't know if it's the Razer Synapse app, but it's the same app on both computers. Yet the Asus works better. Yeah. But basically, no problems. As far as the computer freezing, which is kind of stopped for now, the USB controller did shit a brick a few days ago. But the computer was fine. The USB controller reset. All my devices came back. I don't think I was streaming. I might have been streaming at the moment, so I had to restart the stream after that.
Juanito Beans. Sent you some cons on it on FB.
No, I was charging my phone over here. All right. Wow. If we can trust AI. Yeah, I think stick drift was one of the most common complaints. Yeah, high cost making it overkill for casual gamers. Yes, casual gamers should not buy competitive gamer gear. Obviously, if you're a casual gamer, just get another regular Xbox controller for $60. I'm not sure if I want to get into competitive gaming, but I like the option. Especially if we play like off the grid, maybe it would, make a difference. Missing features. No dedicated share button. Fuck this dedicated share button. In fact, I hit that fucking button too many times. I'm not trying to fucking hit it. And yet I hit it.
Ladiesman 217 2_17. My controllers died LOL. Juanito Beans. Yeah, fuck dedicated share.
I'd have to look at it some more. Compare the 1 stars and 2 stars to the 5 stars. There's always some people that say, yeah, I got this controller. I've had it for 2 years and it's great. And the other people are like, I had it for 2 months. And I had to throw it away. I didn't bother with the RMA. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go with Razer. And then they have a problem with that one. Whatever. It's always something. Some people just have really bad luck with buying stuff. Whereas, yeah, the only problem I have is with this mouse right here when it likes to just randomly scroll up or down a little bit. I'm not even hitting the scroll wheel. I'm not even doing anything with the mouse. I'm just barely touching it. It'll do that. That's why I bought this one for the gaming PC. So it's a nice, professional, whatever, competitive mouse. And hopefully I don't have any issues with that. The only issue I have with that, I need Synapse 4. And I need time to install it. But for now, it still works as a normal mouse. And then eventually I'll get a black version of this to replace this, just so it looks better and all that, and don't have to worry about it fucking up, I don't know, video edit or something. And I'll use that Naga for the DAW. If I have to, I'll just disable the scroll wheel again. And use the side buttons to scroll. Like I've done in the past. But I wonder what other options are there. I don't think there's a new Elite coming out. I mean, I could just try to hold off if there's a new one coming out soon. You done yet? Fucking only halfway. I'm not going to babysit that forever. Oh yeah, I need to go chop down those trees before I forget.
Ladies man 217 2_17. What did you have for dinner?
I had a pork chop. Or 1.5. Well, didn't eat it all. I'm not a big fan of pork chops anymore. But might have to get a snack or something because I had to skip lunch. Stone down here. Still down there. All right.
Ladies man 217 2_17. I read hard pork chops with mushroom gravy.
Maybe that'd make it a little bit better instead of just being nothing to it. It's just cooked, seasoned, but it's always kind of dry. So gravy would probably make it a little bit better. And I hear the fat, the pork fat is where all the bad stuff is.
Ladies
So
man
I was, like,
217
cutting that off.
2_17. I had chicken cooked the Chinese way tonight, lol.
Well, that's cool. I always thought about getting a wok. But I don't want to use whatever oil you normally use. I wonder if you can cook Asian food with beef tallow or something else, where it can actually be healthier.
Ladies man 217 2_17. What about you at Juanito Beans?
All right, I'm gonna go play the role of a lumberjack. Probably won't replant them today, but if I do, it'll be probably around Jen's place. Which is only a problem if I build an outpost near her, but I don't think I'll need to. Although I do need to make some new outposts, but probably on further spots on the map, so I can do a bunch of jobs, do a bunch of looting. I have to go back and forth for a while, not until I'm done. I wish there was just one hit. I don't think there's anything I put points in.
I had a fried chicken sandwich on jalapeno bread with cheese, jalapenos, and a splash of buffalo sauce. Juanito Beans.
If only I didn't have the bread.
Okra LMAO.
Oh, the okra. You can keep your glyphosate. I don't want any of it.
Ladies man 217
stuck.
2_17. Mexican food?
What does this do? No, I don't need dismemberment. No. Doesn't make me stronger. There's nothing for axes. I'm not tough.
Juanito Beans. I had a chorizo egg potato rice burrito for breakfast.
Max that out. Oh, I gotta put some points in fortitude. Ah! Do I have enough for one more? Yes, now I have an iron chin. I can take a good hit. Alright.
Ladies man
Didn't make me any
217 2_17.
Healthy as a horse.
What's the English name for it?
I think it's chorizo. I don't think there is an English name for it.
Master, we are not alone.
Like a baguette. No matter what language you're probably
Ladies Man
saying
217
it in,
2
it's called
underscore
baguette.
17. I never heard of chorizo, lol.
Makes me think of Super Metroid or Metroid. Because the aliens that raised Samus were like called Chorizans, something like that. Oh yeah, I get honey from you. That's nice. Well, something I hadn't made yet. I can make a beehive. And what else is new? If I do that, I'll probably do it at the house. That was damn near one hit. It said 0. But it didn't fall till it hit one more time. Now what? Another achievement? Oh. Just took it a second to pop up. Did that kill him? He's not getting up. Alright. I wish I would have had a steak. I thought about it last night. But only because I thought I was going to need a lunch. But I didn't have any time anyway, so it didn't matter. So it's a good thing I didn't cook the steak. They didn't want it sitting in the fridge for too long before I can finally get around eating it. Because there'll be leftovers for tomorrow. Unless I need 2 meals tomorrow, which I doubt. I bet I'll get her out. Whatever leftovers are there tonight will be there for tomorrow. And the same thing for the next day and then the next day. Till my actual day off, or Thursday when I have the loadout shift. And I get to save money. But someday I want to just eat nothing but, at least for lunch and dinner, steak. Because I'm tired of eating seed oils. Because I can feel the effects. The worst effect is that it makes my fucking skin itch.
Ladies Men 217 2 underscore 17. Crashed.
I think that was the Xbox.
Ladies
or
Men
lag.
217 2 underscore 17.
Oh.
It's back to normal now. Ladies Man 217
I didn't notice anything in
2
Restream. Huh.
17. It crashed again.
Looks fine on my end, but I'm not looking at Twitch. Restream is fine though. Alright, switch to Twitch. Where we go? Where's my cursor? Too many monitors. Alright.
Ladies Man 217 2 underscore 17. It's back to normal again lol.
Alright, now I can watch it. I'll make it full screen. Now I'm comparing it to the game. Looks pretty good.
Ladies Man 217 2 underscore 17. I think it's my end because my iPad is horrible.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything on my end. Thought maybe the game was lagging a little bit because of all these trees, but it's playing pretty well. I'm hoping this will help out the blood moon. We will see. Apparently, having too many trees nearby can tank your frames per second. Because the game is trying to render them, even though they're at a distance. They're close enough to where I could see them from that distance. That means it was affecting that area. You need to be further away. And I was needing some wood anyway, so good enough time to chop it down. I'll replant them some other time. So probably around Jen's place. I like doing in the burnt forest because I'm trying to make the burnt forest look nicer. And I like to make the place around Jen's nicer. Maybe I'll even replace the topsoil. Make it nice and green. Just can't do it around her actual POI because you can't hurt those blocks. Last time it was green around her place. She was in the burnt forest, but her spot was green. So I made everything else around it green. That was version 1.0. She used to be a little closer. That was back when I had an outpost right outside of her place. I'll find a spot that's all flat. If a zombie gets close enough to me, I can kill him with a tree. Done it before. I like watching them clown sometimes. Especially when I had a farm on top of a building or a bridge, whatever. I turned into a building. It's fun watching the trees tumble all the way down. Probably screamers don't just show up when I'm doing this.
Ladies man 217 I'm gonna go now, have a good drive home and a good sleep, and most importantly have a good rest of stream, my dude.
Thanks, James. I'll be on for just a few more minutes. Have a good night. He's going for my chicken.
My senses have picked up something.
My chicken. I'll leave that hole. Didn't mean to make it. Here, I'll put the meat in you so I don't keep stinking. Where is he? Where is he? Get him. Ah, shit. Didn't fall right. Come on. There you go. He's feral. Did I kill him with the axe that quickly? Surprising. I got to remember to change the likelihood of getting a glass jar or bottle, whatever jar. And make it like default, because this is an older world, and when it did the update, it just left that at 0%. I have a few jars. Do I need them? No. Should be nice. I wonder if there's something I can add to the axe, a mod that would make it a little bit stronger. It already has all those. Much. Well, those definitely respawns. I know I didn't plant around that. Right. Oh, there's a new update coming out for those who listen. They don't say that when, but version 3.0 is coming out soon. And the cool thing is, there'll be a lot of things that zombies do you can turn off. Like digging. So I can do an underground base and not have to worry about them digging down to me. Not for blood. But even during blood, that's what I like about Xbox. You can build a base underground. And then if you just want to go underground during a blood moon and have to deal with them for a moment, you can. They couldn't get to you. Then I could do whatever I need to do, and then when I'm ready, go back out there and go. So let the turrets take care. This was like Alpha 16, so they didn't have turrets back then. I don't think I planted more of this last time than usual, but man. Come on. We're gonna cut down 200 trees. I haven't seen a deer in forever. Finally, I got another deer. Thanks for eating. I have another speed boost. I don't think it's been a problem. I haven't gotten tired chopping wood down. Ooh. Going down. Almost done. There. That'll last me a little while. And not a single screamer. That's all I got. Just so I don't drive into it. I'm running and yet my stamina is going up. That's cool.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for combat.
I like that speed boost. Now it's going down. What the fuck? It was going up earlier. I don't think I'm running downhill. Just looked weird. Oh shit. I'm gonna take that. No. I don't have the supplies for it. Never mind. Bad. Need to fill this fucker up. Yeah, just in case. Almost 2/3 done. And I still need to put iron in there as well. And oh yeah, I never finished sand. So this is going to be used for a good while. Will never be done. All right. Is always nice. Oh yeah, ran out of water. Yeah. You should be done by now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You have meat. Good. Starts off orange, and it becomes red, and you really stink. I did that so quickly, the smell's off me. You need a bandage. Whoa. Maybe the game's running better now that I chopped down those trees. We'll see. Someday I'll play it more on PC, but for now, Xbox is still the more fun way, considering how much time I spent in this world now. Version 3.0 destroys the current save. Well, then I'll probably switch to PC at that point. Probably. Anyway. Where is the bedroll? It used to be up top. I'm going to pretend like I'm going to bed. Where did Juan put it? Or maybe it's gone. He hasn't played for so long. Oh, it used to be right here. Because I couldn't paint where it was at. So his bedroll is gone. Why there hasn't been any sleeper zombies in a while? Good question. You would think this land claim block would have prevented that, but I've had issues where it didn't. That's why I had Juan put his bedroll down. But now, wow. While it's gone, I'll paint that spot. Shit. Never painted that. There's other spots I can never paint. There's always something in the way. Maybe it's the walls behind it, not the floor. I couldn't get. All right. Almost 11 o'clock. I better go. All right. Thank you to all who are still watching. Without any. If it's just you, Juanito, thank you for sticking in to the end. Hopefully, we'll get the game someday soon. Maybe one of our days off, we'll line up. Until then, have a good night and stay frosty.